Next, we'll listen to Dr. Bettina's Love. Dr. Bettina Love Madison about her definition of freedom dream. So following Dr. Love's lead, we are going to reflect on the history of our communities. What issues are our communities facing today? So we're actually going to spend some time discussing this, possibly in small groups. But go ahead and you can pause this video, discuss, and take some notes. You're paired up. You can come back to this when you're filling out section 1 of your outline. So now that we've brainstormed some issues affecting our communities and our world, let's begin to envision our best selves and our best communities. We'll do that by listening to excerpt from Brown Girls Dreaming. Go ahead and pause the video, and you can click on audio included, or you can simply read part of the text. Once you read it, you're going to start thinking about what are your hopes and dreams for your future self. Please write a few sentences in response to that reflection question. Great work so far. So, your independent work for today is to start thinking about what your video or audio representation is going to be. Maybe you'll do a Google Slides presentation. Maybe you'll write a song, a rap, or even write a poem. Perhaps you'll create an original piece of art that you will showcase to your classmates through a Flipgrid presentation or in person on Friday. Step number 2 for today is to complete sections 1 and 2 in the Freedom Dreaming outline. You'll find number 27, Freedom Dreaming Project, and the outline in Google Classroom. So you're going to focus on the introduction and your freedom dream for your future self. So go back to your answers in this third presentation to help you fill out your outline for sections 1 and 2. Enjoy. I cannot wait to see what you all create.
So I want to show you I want you to go to, I wanted you just to think about this, to think about to be unique, you guys.
She kind of took it as a bad thing.
Right, it was hard for her, right? It made her uncomfortable, but what did she learn?
That she had to accept who she was.
Right. She ended up loving who she was and loving her culture and being proud of her family. But it was hard at the beginning, right? It's hard sometimes to be different. And it takes time to realize that being different is cool. But it is cool. It is cool. But sometimes it takes time to realize that. But I think her mom helped her to see that, right? And then Francis, how did it feel for him to be unique? You guys remember that story? Do you remember Francisco's family traveling from place to place and picking crops, and that he had to stay in the car and take care of his little brother? It was like a really big responsibility. Does anyone want to share a little bit about that?
And also, it didn't say that in the short clip that we read, but I read the book, and then he had a new baby brother, not Trampita, but another one, and then Trampita had to take care of that one, and then he got to work in the fields.
Right. Thank you for that. I read that book too. It's such a good book. But yeah, Cajas de Cartón, right?
Yeah.
Right? Such a good book. So yeah, it's unique because like when he would go to school, the other kids would all be like playing and hanging out and like, hey, do you want to come to my house? And do you want to play video games? And like his life was like so different. Like he's like, what? Like what's a video game, right? Like they had nothing. I mean, they were really poor, and instead of playing, he had to take care of his little brothers and sisters. So how did that feel to be unique? It must have been hard, right, for him. Family, power, and pride. You guys are so like hyped up and proud of your families, and you should be. And then I want you to start feeling that power in yourself. And so now we're going to dream about our futures, right? So these are just questions to think of the different steps in the Freedom Dreaming Project. Okay? And we talked about it quite a bit. So Google Slides, Flipgrid, song, rap, poem. You have to think about what you're going to do for your video audio. Okay? Remember, this has got to be done by Thursday. You have to really think starting today about what you're going to do to express your dream. First of all, you have to decide what issue you want to focus on, right? But start thinking about what issue you're passionate about and what issue you would like to change. How do you fit in with that? Your second step is to complete
No.
sections 1 and 2 in your Freedom Dreaming outline. So I'm going to take you to Google Classroom so you can see the assignment. So if we go to number 27, Freedom Dreaming, you're going to see all these links. One is the Pear Deck. One is the rubric for this project, and you can look at the rubric. And then here is a model this one, number 27, Freedom Dreaming, this is the outline. You need to do steps 1 and 2. Okay, today, step 1 and step 2. This is part of a video that I put in for you for Thursday. But so you can see the model of what I did, the example. I'll just read through it with you. Okay. So a lawyer and a journalist. I can represent shooting victims and use the media to build support for gun control. I can do this on both English and Spanish language media platforms. Okay, so this is, you guys can read through my examples, and I'm going to stop sharing right now. So this is what you guys are going to do, okay? Finish the Pear Deck. These are your assignments. Finish the Pear Deck today, okay, when you have free time. Finish the Pear Deck. And then your second one is to start thinking about to choose an issue, a social issue to focus on, whether it's racism, whether it's gun control, whether it's global warming, whether it's COVID-19. You can choose whatever issue is affecting our society. But think about what role, how you fit in. What role are you going to play in that? Okay? And then look at the outline. Look at my example, the example I made that I was just showing you. And just think,